band director is Melissa Gustafson-Hines. O'Fallon, you can begin your show whenever you are ready. Yeah, let's have another round for these guys. Amazing performance. Yeah, very impressed, guys. Always impressed. Big fan year to year. Congratulations on keeping the tradition alive, the consistency, living up to the reputation. This is really cool music, really good sounds. Okay, we're human, right? A little day, sun is right there, even though it's a nice day. And I would encourage you guys, and you can totally do this because you guys are ready for this. Don't let that be a factor in your performance. Okay, we've talked with a couple groups today that you are musically performing a certain percentage of your show, right? And then you rest a certain percentage, but visually, you never disappear, right? Right? That would be a really cool magic trick. That would be a cool show for next year. But you're here the whole time. We can see you. So when you're resting, don't let it look like it's hot. Don't let it look like, you know, that's not your favorite part of the show or something, okay? The 4 tambourines. Do you guys like each other? Are you guys friends? Do you guys get along? There's not like any, because you guys look a little bit like you didn't get along when you played. So what I want you to do is grab the tambourines real quick. And I just saw what I want to see. I saw smiles. I saw humans, I saw emotion. Now, I don't know what the show is. Is this part of the show about anger or trouble, drama? Does it have a tension? It's not a happy part of the show? Okay, so it's got energy to it, but it's not happy, right? And I don't act or do drama. I got a C in high school, worst class actor. You guys, I'm not asking you to do anything unnatural, but at least try to look at each other. Are you getting tempo from the drum major or a combination of drum major and bass? Because they're kind of in and out right there, right? So that's dangerous because since they're in and out, hands hopefully look a little bit ahead, right? You probably learn how to look at that. Just make sure that we're not in a default mode of just looking at drum major when we could also be doing a little bit of interaction, checking with each other to make sure the presentation of the tambourines is just as clear as the marimba's. And I'll be honest with you, it's such a cool color and kind of a moment that everyone's watching the 4 of you. So it's not to put extra pressure, but just so you guys are aware that you can't like kind of be shy or be your own personality. You gotta be that aggressive, energetic, and then check in with each other. Not choreograph and like smile to don't do that. But do have kind of communicative when you check in with each other. Battery, some really musical moments. My hope and prayer for you is just it sounds that good moving, and you guys get that comfortable. Trick question, be careful how you answer this question. Did you guys enjoy the front ensemble sounds and their level of execution this afternoon? Do you like their part? Exactly. You weren't listening. And the danger of being this close, and these guys being this good and this powerful, is you start to build those relationships that you don't get to have on the actual football field, right? You don't get to go, oh, it's so cool, it fits. Oh. So I would just warn you guys, don't get too comfy in this setup. Get back, find the first set of the show, go set up there. Really force these guys to listen back to you. And then just make sure you know it sounds great, trust me, but don't enjoy it for the show. Hand drums, same thing as tambourines, just make sure you're all communicating the same emotion. Is there like some interaction, hand drums and tenor drums? Kind of battery voices in and out? Just be really aware, even though you're projecting everything you got in this direction, and it's kind of about you, make sure you understand exactly what's going on behind you. Okay? Cool. Some great stuff. Thanks, guys. Mr. Shannon. All right, how are you guys doing? You guys look a little sweaty. It's still warm out here, right? All right, phenomenal performance this afternoon. Would you guys agree? In there. I know it's early season, but I think it's phenomenal for early season for sure. Okay, so I'm going to talk about a few of the technical aspects we got going on. First of all, I really like the orchestration. Really like the orchestration. There are a lot of great things going on. And one of the most important things to remember is where you lie within the phrase, okay? Any specific voice. We have to make sure that we bring out the voice when it's the main line, and when it's not the main line, we've got to get out of the way so the main line can shine through. Does that make sense? Okay? So especially from the battery perspective, it seems like we play in the mezzo range quite a bit, okay? We can be more explosive, maybe a little bit more explosive in the high end, but more importantly, you got to get way softer in the low down end. Make sure those things balance. Does that make sense? Okay?
Remember, so let's start with you guys. Can we play the chunk? I think it's in 6/4. We go paco, 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 paco. Everybody know where I'm at? Everybody this up there? Here, 1, 2, 1, 2, 3. There's some things we can think about as far as the phrasing of the line. Okay, where is it going? Where is it coming from? Right now, it sounds like bago do bago do bago bago bago. And if somebody just talks to you like this forever and ever, you probably get really bored, and then you probably get annoyed because they sound exactly the same. As opposed to being very explosive and make sure they're going down. Really slow. Make sure that people tend to lead into those things. Does that make sense? Okay. Other thing with that, can we also stroke out those left hands quite a bit more? Okay, so right now you're like ba do do ba do do, like 3 different tiers instead of 2. Because right now when you're like ba do do ba do do, that second left hand tends to get left out a little bit. Okay, so let's try this. Can we crescendo half of that phrase and decrescendo the other half of that phrase? And this phrasing might be different. It might be something defined. Is there something defined here? Say that again. Straight crescendo. Okay, so let's start as soft as can be and crescendo as loud as you can this time. Let's try that again. 1, 2. 1, 2, 3. Okay, so already that sounds like a conversation now. Does that make sense to everybody? Okay, so you have to really make sure that you're over-exaggerating all of those dynamics throughout the entire production. Okay, because that's what makes it special. That's what makes it more special than if the band down the road were to play the same exact music. What differentiates between the two? How you play it. Does that make sense to everybody? Okay, and that goes for everybody, the entire percussion ensemble. That applies everywhere. All right, Batter, can we hang them on? Vibraphones, just in general, I think you guys can play out with them. Okay? You guys have that sustained sound, okay, which is very rare in percussion in general because every sound is so short. We got to make sure that we can have a lot of your voice in general. All right, battery. We've got a groove towards the end. Let's see. Can anybody help me figure out where that's at? Yeah. Can we start right there? Letter W for win. So battery, again, I feel like as we get to this groove, it is like, man, this is the coolest groove I've ever played before in my life. Doom, doom, chaka, doom, doom, chaka. As opposed to really making sure that those little inflections come out. Doom, doom, chaka, which one sounds more entertaining? The first one or the second one? The second one, right? And all of a sudden we're down here and we're like locked down and marching band and we just look like we are all having so much fun. Does that make sense, battery? Okay. So again, what changes the difference between if you guys were to play this and if we gave my high school the same notes? What's going to be different about it? It's going to be about how you play it. Okay. I'm sure you guys will probably play it much better than my high school because you're probably going to be more entertaining in that way. Does that make sense? Okay. So we have to make sure that it's okay every once in a while, maybe to bob the head a little bit. It is okay. Nobody's going to kill you. I hope your instructors aren't going to like hurt me or anything. But our engagement as an audience. We like having fun when we see you having fun. Does that make sense? Audience, would you agree with that? See, they want to see you guys having fun. All right, so let's play the same thing, okay? This time, and you're not going to do this in your show necessarily, but I kind of want to get you out of your comfort zone, okay? This time, I just want to have you rock back and forth. Doom, doom, chaka, doom, 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 chaka, doom. All right, we got a quad drum over here. That wants to go through. All right, let's try that. What do you guys think? All right, so I think the people of Southern Illinois University have spoken that they enjoy the groove much more when you also enjoy the groove, okay? So obviously in your show, you might not necessarily be grooving like that, you might not be moving bodies back and forth, but how we play the music changes when you think about those things. Does that make sense, okay? All of a sudden we get the notes off the page, it's not black and white anymore. That's when we get to bring it to life. Make sense? All right, let's give these guys a round of applause one more time.